All right. Well, so that's it for that then. For the final article, well, possibly final article. So there's a bit of news on what the Steam Deck has to offer. So there's more info that's been mentioned since it was announced last week. One thing is it does have mod support in order to use them for popular games with like the heavy mod communities such as like Fallout and Elder Scrolls. So you can use mods for those games on the Steam Deck. It runs the same version of Steam people use on PC, except some navigation tweaks for the handheld. It's open for all operating systems as well as capable of installing Uplay, Epic Store software, and Origin, which is EA software. So it's like the Epic Store or Steam Store for EA games. Additionally, Valve has been actively trying to stop scalpers from getting their hands on the handheld by way of blocking any new stream accounts from reserving the game until they've been active for more than 48 hours. They also require a reservation fee and only allow one reservation per account. So good on them for that. That's
And I think you
glad
have
that
to
they're doing
pay as well for the reservation.
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah,
It's
that's what I
$5.
mentioned. It's
Like,
$5.
like $4 or $5, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a $5 reservation fee. So good on that. I'm glad that they're doing that because they already know the situation going on with PlayStation and Xbox. So I'm glad they're doing that. What do you guys think of?
I want to go first.
Go for it.
Yo, so Randy, you want to talk about it, or are we not going to talk about it? I'm gonna mention it so we can talk about it.
How do you say I want to go first, and you're like Randy? You want to go first?
Randy, you go first. Randy, you just say it. I'm gonna go first. Randy, you talk. Randy, come on, you know.
I have a whole idea that's gonna be good for Randy. Randy, you can play Kingdom Hearts on the go now. You can literally take it with you, with no worries, no qualms, and you can even have mods. You can have 3 swords. How do you feel?
I want 3 Rock Sisters.
But even so, like that, I feel like this is like a smaller laptop, and I love the idea of it. It like having mods and everything is cool. For me, it's gonna do wonders because now I can mod like a character in like let's say Xenoverse or something, and then I can use that character on the go and just play with the character or whatever it is or whatever kind of game I play. I like
you
it.
could finally have Thomas the Tank, Lady Dimitrescu on your handheld,
right? Or
You could also have Yoshi Piccolo on Fighters.
or Mr. or what is it, Pepsi Man as a hit?
Man.
Yeah.
But I like the idea. It's supporting mods and everything. It was like I felt like it was a given since it's like a computer, but not really I'm not gonna say not like a computer. It's not a very strong computer. Yeah. But I like the idea that it supports mods and everything. And if I could throw my hitbox on it, I'm enjoying it.
I think people were more skeptical of all like the customization stuff because I would assume they thought it was like a Windows based computer or Windows based handheld because it was like a laptop and most laptops will come with Windows, but it's actually more Linux based. So that way it's more open source and people can mess around with it however they want. Mm-hmm. So Valve was smart on doing that. Randy, what about you?
I mean, that's pretty neat. I am intrigued by it. I did reserve my spot to buy it.
Which,
the last one, the fucking most memory, because I mean, the
high end model comes with a glass screen.
Yeah. That a little dangerous, but yeah. Fucking that bitch gonna shatter. But I mean, obviously, like
it's gonna look better.
You obviously have to be. Yeah, it's gonna look fucking amazing. It's also like up to the responsibility. My Switch is still pretty good. My PSP I've had since I was fucking young. Like it's still in one piece. I don't think it's a bad thing. I love how much support it has in terms of what you can do with it. And personally, it's pretty fucking exciting because of all the games I do have on Steam. Kevin really fucked me up with that one, with his suggestion. Because
he's gonna have this whole backlog on stuff on Steam.
Dude, I can play Kingdom Hearts 2 on the go.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Take it with
double
you.
Shot.
There it is. This is a Randy shot. A Randy shot is a double. So just a quick little kind of background thing for the viewers or listeners. If I ever say I'm going to take a shot before it freezes, if I say I'm going to take a shot, it's a double. If if I ask it as a server, if I ask a table, like if they ask me for shots, I literally always ask them, do you want a single or do you want a double? And when they go, oh no, a single, I go, okay, just making sure. Like, if you ask me, I'm gonna instinctively put 2 ounces, not 1.
Now, how many people? That's a good way to upsell stuff, but how often does that actually work? They go for a double.
It's like a 40% chance, to be quite honest.
Hmm.
Oh.
It doesn't always work, but then like my regulars, they know how I drink.
Yeah.
So when they come by, I'm like, hey, you guys want a shot? They know what I mean. So then we take doubles.
Yeah.
Anyways, fucking cheers to modding Roxas and to honestly, I think that's the only way that I would play Kingdom Hearts 3 correctly.
If Roxas was
because I've seen Roxas mods for it, but
all right, so Danny,
I would really enjoy that.
Does this tempt you even more for a Steam Deck?
No, not at all.
Not at all, huh? You still with that? You still don't want that carpal tunnel?
No. I after looking at it, I think the controller might be comfortable or whatever. My problem is I don't think this is gonna run properly right out the gate.
I think the operating system. What do you mean?
I think everything that it's claiming to be. I think the basic Steam engine is gonna be great. I think playing Steam games and playing what it's based or what it's for might be good and it's gonna be fun. But unfortunately, I don't play a lot of Steam or PC games, so that aspect just doesn't intrigue me, right? I think them talking about how you can throw Windows and do all the other crazy shit on it. I don't think it can properly support it, especially like Randy got the top model with the 512 gigs. Yes, that makes sense. But then once you get that 64 gig, that super small one, and you start installing operating systems and mods and stuff, you're not gonna have room for your games. So then you're running everything off an SSD card, which is not gonna run as good as
if toss a 256 in there and it'll be fine.
Yes, you could toss a 256, but they still won't
That's
run.
what I have on my DS.
Yeah, but they still won't run as smooth as, especially on a platform to this extent. Like people are talking about Resident Evil and Death Stranding, whatever these high-end games that if they can run on Linux, then they'll run. And then if they go on Windows, then it's different. It's completely different aspect because this system is not built for Windows. It's built for Linux. It's built for this particular thing. Yes, you can do all these mods, crazy shit, but I don't think it's gonna run as smoothly as people wish it would. And Steam has been known for this.
I've got more faith in Valve to test make sure.
But this is not. But this is not the first thing that Valve and Steam.
You don't think they stress test the system before they would say that you could do all these things to it?
No.
Okay, here's the thing that I want to like kind of piggyback onto that. Steam has had their own peripherals. Obviously, they had the Steam controller, which was kind of like hit or miss, to be quite honest.
The index controller.
But right?
Something,
The index for VR. No, because the Steam controller itself was an actual controller that like it was supposed to be like how to put it, for big picture on the thing itself. It was weird. It was fine. I wasn't really into the idea. All I know is that it didn't do as good as I expected it to. But on the opposite side of that coin, they released the Index for VR, which did fucking amazing because it allowed you to do a lot more than the Oculus could, or even the PlayStation VR. Like they do know what they're doing, and what I love about Valve is that they actually learn from any mistakes that they make, because they're not just a fucking like game developer or anything, but they're like a whole fucking company that they have. They have Steam, they have Valve itself, they have peripherals. With this being their own kind of console, they also had something else. It was a little tiny box, a black box, that was pretty much just like solely for Steam, but I don't remember what
Steam
that
engine.
was.
Steam
Was that
engine.
it? How did that one do? I know that like
completely bombed.
Well,
yeah, because that's what like it's them trying things out. They're trying this out, and they're hoping it works. And again, I hope it does. I just don't think this one is going to be the one. I think their next
iteration
whatever
of
the
it.
sequel and the next iteration, yeah, to it, the one that's able to play the higher end games. I think that's the one that I want because that's the one that's going to be able to support and do all the PC stuff that you wanted to do, all the things everybody's thinking it can do, and has in their head and is over exaggerating what you can do in your head right now.
So
That's what the second one is going to be.
So you're interested in the idea, but you're just cautious about the first version of it.
Correct, because I don't
that's
think
pretty understandable.
Yeah,
I really don't think, and then the price point is just the price of it on and like
it's a little too good to be true. I will admit.
I think the price point is really high for the 512 for something that
600 something.
for
you could honestly
$600.
buy a laptop.
No,
that's my point.
Gaming laptop for the same price.
That's my point. You can
No,
buy
no,
a
no.
you can buy if you could buy a decent gaming laptop, but then here's the thing is I don't see the difference between a good laptop and this fucking thing because at the end of the day,
the portability
for me, but yeah,
that's
but
what
the
you're
portability
paying for.
yes, but again for it's just for me. I will never ever 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 have time to portably play a game
on the fucking toilet.
Yep.
the thing's way too fucking is way too big to be bringing into the bathroom like that.
I see the thing is, I guess
so majority of what I would do is have it on dock, and if I have it on dock, then I might as well just have a fucking PC that's plugged in, and plugged into my TV.
I guess also it's kind of like a more like economic thing because you could buy a laptop for like 600 or something, but the thing is that you get like a pretty shitty low end gaming laptop for that price. If you're getting what they're advertising, which obviously I already reserved it. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm not going to say it's going to be amazing. No. I'm not going to say it's going to be fucking amazing. I already have this thing reserved. If it does end up being good, all right, cool. If not, then that's fine. Because the same thing happened with the Switch, where like the first generation actually kind of was a little fucky. Like some people had like a lot of problems with it, had to get like a whole nother one and all this bullshit and whatever. I never experienced any problems. I'm not saying I won't with this. I'm hoping I won't, but I'm still very curious, and also again for 600, it's a steal. But at the same time, it's a little too good to be true.
It's just gonna run like Windows ME.
Windows U.
It's gonna run.
So, but
like old school
Windows 8 equals D.
And here's the thing: it's like $600 is not a small amount. You know what I mean? Like that's not. It's not like you're talking about $250.
It is
for
also more than
a console. It's more than a PS5, so it's an investment. Right? It's an investment that you're doing, and to me, I would rather if I had to choose between an investment in something I didn't have a Switch, and I don't have a PC. Right? If I'm gonna get a PC, I'm not gonna get this handheld thing. I'm gonna spend $1,000 plus to get a good PC that can last a while. Or I'm gonna get a handheld device. I'm gonna play a Switch because the Switch has games that I've never played, has actual games that I've never played before. And games that I can't. Games that you can't just play on a PC or my laptop or whatever.
The big thing that people are making a big deal of also is just the fact that the Steam Deck will be able to play almost any game that the Nintendo Switch can offer, if not because it's also offered on Steam, but because you can emulate it. The only thing that the Nintendo Switch would have to offer is their first party games.
Wait, hold on. Okay, wait. So you could emulate. Does this mean I could play Guitar Man on the go again?
Yes.
Oh my god.
But then that all relies on whether the fact that installing Windows, doing all that stuff, and all that just
you don't need
properly.
Windows. They have open source
emulators for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, without using Windows.
Just all right. Now that I know that I could play that, not just on the PSP, like because. I love Guitar Man. You can essentially
have every single emulator up until like the PS3, Xbox 360 era.
But sir, I do not care for that. I just want to play the really pretty version of Guitar Man on the fucking go.
And it's funny? You can make the game look really fucking pretty as well.
it already looks so pretty on a PlayStation 2. It was so smooth. Like, oh my god. Okay.
I wait, but I give you Steam Deck and you receive
Guitar Man.
Guitar Man HD.
I'm
gotta
still
change my
debating.
underwear. Hold on,
I'm
be
still
right back,
debating.
guys.
I'm still debating on getting it myself. I am very much interested, and I am being cautiously optimistic, like Danny is about it. But I would assume by the end of the year, I'll probably cave in and still get one. But I'm still being cautious about it myself.
Well, if you don't, then I will give you my review when that
Okay.
happens.
Oh hell yeah,
I'll
you
give you
better.
mine as well.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna have you guys as soon as you get it. I'm gonna give you guys like a week to like just have at it.
As soon as I get it, I'm putting Kingdom Hearts and Guitar Man on that shit.
You know what I'm gonna do to piss you off, Danny? I'm gonna just download Streamlabs and I'm gonna stream off that shit.
It'll probably run better too.
No fucking hiccups.
That's funny.